Good morning, everyone. I know it takes a second for this to catch up, kick in. Gonna go through a vinyasa this morning, and I put together a little 80s playlist that I shared. Feel free to play it along. I have the music playing in the background, but not very loud. And maybe someone shoot a comment, just so I know we're good to go. All right, hello, Sarah. We are going to get started in a minute. I hope everyone had a good week. Hi, Kelly. Good morning. How are y'all feeling after another week of being locked in our houses? I'm pretty good. Ready to leave and get away from some people that I've been with for a month. Good morning. Hi, Devin. All right, I am going to start the music, and we are just going to start in a resting pose. I always like to start on my back, but that's not for everyone. You can always start in a child's pose or seated, maybe on your side in that fetal pose. So whatever feels good for you. And hi, Sarah. All right, let's start. Just take a few minutes here to settle in, find our breath, clear our minds. So like I said, that could be on your back, maybe in a child's pose. We take this time to let go of those things that we may have carried with us to the mat, to find that breath and focus on that breath for the time that we're together. And hopefully clearing our minds for at least the next 45 minutes and giving ourselves that time to find movement that maybe we haven't found in a while. I know I haven't really practiced since I was with you guys last Saturday. So that means I may be a few pounds heavier, maybe a little bit lighter in wine though. Let yourself relax into the mat where you feel your body touching. Focusing in on that breath coming in through your nose, coming out through your nose. Feeling that breath move through your body. Do a quick check, releasing your tongue from the roof of your mouth, seeing if those lips have a light seal, maybe releasing that tension from in between your eyebrows. We're going to begin to wake our bodies, finding movement in your fingers and toes, maybe wiggling them. Rolling your wrists and ankles. Maybe rocking your head from side to side. If you're in a resting pose other than on your back, take a moment to meet us on the mat as we draw our knees into our chest, giving ourselves that hug. Maybe rolling around a bit, feeling a lower back massage. Bringing your arms to a T, we're going to drop our legs to the left side of our room, our mat. Bringing our gaze over our right shoulder. Trying to keep your right shoulder on your mat. As you inhale, we'll draw our knees back up and drop them to the right, bringing our gaze over that left shoulder. As we inhale back to center, we'll find that gentle forward to back rock, meeting in a seat. If this doesn't suit you, you can go ahead and press your hands down and come up to a seat. We're going to inhale our arms up and exhale them into our heart center, gently closing our eyes, maybe setting an intention for this class. Telling yourself, you got this, we've got the next 2 weeks, we're ready for anything that comes. We'll inhale, arms back up. Exhale, right arm down beside you. Bring your left arm overhead, really feeling that stretch. We'll inhale to center, opposite side. As we inhale to center, bring your hands beside you. Maybe cupcake your fingers. Act like you're holding a cupcake. I know we've probably maybe done that recently. I have. We're going to just do a little neck stretch. So you can drop your neck towards your left shoulder. If you'd like for a little bit more, you can bring your left arm around your right ear and just pull. You can release that ear if you're holding it and drop your head towards your right shoulder. As you release, we'll extend our legs in front of us, finding the staff pose. Taking a moment to extend your spine, really tighten your core, feel that seat ground in. We'll inhale, arms up, exhale, down to fold. We'll inhale, slowly rise, draw your left knee in towards your chest, whatever feels comfortable with your left foot on the mat. As we bring our arms up with our inhale, we're going to find a twist to the left. So your right arm is going to come to the outside of your left knee, and your left arm will come behind you. When inhale and doing the opposite side, bringing our left arm, I think I did this backwards, guys, I'm sorry. We'll inhale back to center. Draw your right knee into your chest, left knee down. Bring our arms up, left arm to the outside of our right knee, twisting. Inhale back to center. I may have done this backwards. The important part is to find this twist. We'll come back to center. Drawing our knees in, quick little hug. Then swing your legs out to either side. We're going to meet in that neutral tabletop position. Those wrists under our shoulders, knees under our hips. We're going to go through those cat and cows, loosening up our spine, inhaling, lifting our gaze, dropping our belly, lifting our tail. Exhaling, tucking your tail, arching your spine, dropping your gaze, cat. So we'll inhale the cow, exhale the cat. With your breath going through that movement, or finding any variations that feel good. Taking a few more breaths here. Oh, great, Addie's watching. We're going to come back to a neutral spine, pressing our right foot behind us, just finding a calf stretch here. As our left hand stays on the mat, our left leg will act as a kickstand as we lift our right arm up to the sky, finding a side plank here, supported side plank. Opening up our chest, feeling that stretch down our side body. Coming back to the mat. We'll press our left leg out behind us, pressing into that calf stretch. Grounding in with our right hand, lifting our left to the sky, finding a side plank. Coming back to your mat. Tucking your toes, we're gonna press into our first downward facing dog. Walking that out. Pressing your stomach towards your thighs. Wrists and hands should be pointed towards the front of your mat. We're gonna go through our sun salutations here, so we're gonna do a little different. We're going to walk our hands back to our feet. Finding a halfway lift, flat back, hands maybe on your shins or higher, whatever feels good. Folding in. Finding a little bend in your knees, maybe grabbing opposite elbows and just letting yourself rest here for a moment. We'll release and inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll inhale back up, finding a side stretch. Maybe that means grabbing your left wrist with your right hand and pulling to the side. Maybe you want to bring your right arm down beside, along your right leg. Inhale back up, opposite side. We'll inhale up, doing a shoulder stretch, finding a bind at the lower back, interlacing your fingers and just pulling your chest open. Feeling that stretch. Releasing, maybe finding some shoulder rolls. We'll inhale one more time back up. As we exhale, we'll swan dive out. Finding a halfway lift, and as we come back down, we're gonna walk our hands out into our high plank. You're gonna probably have to step your feet back. Wrists under shoulders, neutral spine. Breathing here for a moment. You can go through a half vinyasa here. Option to drop our knees, or you can always press into your downward facing dog. So I'm gonna drop my knees as I hug my elbows in towards my ribs, lowering, and then using my hands to press up, finding my up dog or cobra. Pressing back, downward facing dog. Breathing here for a moment. We'll step to the front of our mat, finding that halfway lift. Folding in, maybe walking those legs a little bit. We'll inhale to rise. Exhale, find a chair pose. This always feels really good. Bringing our toes together, heels apart, just an inch or two. Checking that gaze, making sure you can see your toes and you're not too far forward. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're gonna find a chair with prayer hand twist. So we're gonna hook our left elbow to the outside of our right knee. Press your palms towards your heart. Maybe lift your gaze. For an added challenge here, you can extend your arms. We'll inhale back to that center in our chair pose. Exhale, draw your hands down, opposite side. As we come back to center, we're gonna hold the chair. I know your legs are probably shaking. We're gonna sweep our arms back, come on our toes. Hold. We'll inhale to rise. Just letting that feel good. Exhaling, finding cactus arms. We'll inhale, arms back up, swan dive out. Halfway lifting, planting our hands, stepping back into our high plank. So you can go through your half vinyasa here, lowering to that chaturanga, to up dog or cobra. Or you can always just press into downward facing dog. We're going to do our last sun salutation, so you can hop or step to the front of your mat. Finding that halfway lift. We'll plant our hands. Inhale to rise. Warming up our body, just feeling this movement. We'll exhale, finding a T-twist to our right. So our right arm sweeps behind us. Left arm extended in front of you. Gaze over your right shoulder. Breathing here. Right arm drops to the back of your right leg. Left arm extends. Reverse. We'll inhale, right arm up. Exhale, left arm T-twist. Inhale to reverse. Left arm joins right. Finding that swan dive. Halfway lifting. Plant your hands, step back, high plank. We'll take a quick break in a child's pose here so you can lower through that chaturanga to up dog or cobra. Pressing back, downward facing dog for child's pose. Bringing our toes together. Bringing our legs apart as our torso rests between those spread legs. Taking a moment to breathe. Inhale, finding our downward facing dog. Lifting right leg. We're gonna just open up here for a minute. Finding that hip circle, feeling a stretch. As we come back to our neutral, that three-legged dog, heel press back. We'll step our right foot forward. Knee to nose, back up. Drawing our knee into our nose. Back up. This time we'll step our foot through. As we briefly pause in this runner's lunge, we'll inhale up to find our crescent warrior. Should be up on your toes, the ball of your back foot lifted, everything tracking forward. Checking your shoulders, making sure they're down in the socket. We're going to lean towards the right, finding a resistance between your arms. We come back to center, over to the left. We come back to center. We're going to use our weight in our right foot to press into a warrior three. Just scoot back a little bit. Pressing up. Arms can be out in front of you, out to the sides. If you're losing your balance like me, you can fall into a forward or a standing split. This is not the best start. Drawing our knee up. Marcher's marionette. We're going to bring our arms to a T. Left arm comes underneath right. These are our eagle arms. Maybe your palms are touching the backs of your palms. Maybe your palms are touching forward. Whatever works. You can stay here. You can cross your leg over. Sinking in, finding eagle. The full expression of this would be your toes tucked behind your calf, but clearly my balance isn't great, so I'm not going to. We're going to rise. Releasing our arms, stepping back, opening up into our warrior two. With that back foot at a 90-degree angle along the back of your mat, that short edge of your mat. This is my cat. He joined us last week. We're going to inhale, rise. Exhale to settle back in. Pivot and plant your hands. Should be on the ball of your back foot. Right arm lifts. Finding our dragonfly twist. We're going to step back into a side plank. So option here is going to be to drop your left knee like we did when we were doing our table. Step your right foot back. Right foot stacks on top of left. So here's the knee. Right arm comes to the mat. We're in our high plank. Going through a chaturanga, up dog or cobra. Pressing back, downward facing dog. Lifting our left leg, we'll bend, twist, and open. Come back to three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Back up. Knee to nose. Back up. This time we'll step our knee through, planting our foot. Inhaling to crescent. This time we'll go to our side here, to the left. Back to center. Right. Back to center. Pressing forward, warrior three. Maybe our arms here. We'll inhale, draw that knee up. This time, as our arms come out, our right arm will come underneath our left. Crossing. Drawing up and away from your face. And to go into our full expression eagle, we'll cross our right leg over. Maybe it's just like this. If you're going to try to hook your foot, just sink in. Inhale up. We'll release. Step that right foot back into warrior two. Inhale up. Exhale, warrior two. We're gonna pivot, plant our hands. Right hand, left arm lifts. Dragonfly twist on our left. Left foot steps back, side plank. Left hand to the mat. Going through our vinyasa. Breathing here for a moment. Right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Back up. Knee to nose. Back up. Right leg steps through. Rise up, crescent. Finding that resistance as we go to the right. Back to center. Left. Back to center. Pressing forward, warrior three. Drawing our knee up. Marchers or marionette. Arms to a T. Left arm underneath right. Finding that eagle arm. Left leg crosses over. Eagle pose. We'll release and rise. Stepping back, warrior two. Inhale up. Exhale down. Left hand plants as we pivot. Right arm lifts. Dragonfly twist. Right foot steps back on top of left. Side plank. Maybe float your leg here if you'd like, or find some crunches. Right hand comes to the mat. Lowering through our chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Downward dog. Left leg lifts. Knee to nose. Back up. Knee to nose. Back up. Left foot steps through. Rise up, crescent. Breathe here for a moment. Go to our left. That resistance. Center. Right. Center. Pressing forward, warrior three. Right knee draws through. Arms out to a T. Right arm underneath left. Always option to stay here or just to stay up here. Crossing our right leg over. Eagle. We'll inhale, release, and rise. Step back. Warrior two. Inhale up. Back down. We're pivoting and planting our right hand. Left arm lifts. Dragonfly twist. Left foot steps back. Side plank. Always this option. Left hand to the mat. Finding our high plank. Going through that half vinyasa here. Maybe just pressing into downward facing dog. Breathing for a moment. Lifting our right leg. Drawing our knee into our nose. Back up. Exhale, knee to nose. Back up. Step through. Crescent on our right. Maybe taking a moment to just find that full crescent, that same shape in your spine. Bring your gaze up. So come back up. We're going to go to our right. Center. Left. Center. Pressing forward. Warrior three. Drawing our knee through. Arms to a T as we cross our left arm underneath our right. Drawing up and away. Sinking into our eagle. Don't trust myself to do the full one. There we go. Inhale back up. Step back, warrior two. Inhale up. Exhale down. Pivot and plant our left hand. Right arm lifts. Left foot steps back, side plank. Maybe challenge yourself to try that leg float. Right hand comes to the mat. to our vinyasa. All right, last time, then we get a break. Left leg lifts, drawing our knee into our nose. Back up, knee to nose. Back up. Left foot steps through. Rising up, crescent. Once again, maybe finding that gentle C shape in your spine. Coming back to our neutral. Pressing over to the left. Center. Right. This is a game, right? Left, right, center. Center. Press forward, warrior three. Drawing through. Right knee coming up, arms up. Arms to a T. Right arm underneath left. Eagle arms. Crossing our right leg over. Eagle last time. This is not a fun pose. So say thank you to your body for doing it and trying it. Inhale up. Right foot back. Warrior two. Sinking in here for a moment. So we inhale up. Exhale back down. Right hand plants, left arm lifts. Dragonfly twist. Stepping back to our side plank. Left hand to the mat. Going to a child's pose here. You can go through your vinyasa if you'd like, or just press back. Focusing on your breath for a few moments. Trying to get it back to that breath that you set up at the beginning of class. Maybe taking a water break. These cats are all over me. We're going to do one more flow and then bring it down. So I look at my notes. We're going to press up into our downward facing dog. We're going to go through a few knee dips here before we start. So we're going to slightly roll forward, bring your knees down while you're still staying on the balls of your feet. Coming back up. Two more. Inhale up. Down. Inhale up, we'll lift our right leg. So we step our right knee through, we're going to find a warrior one. So our back foot's going to be pointed at that top left corner of your mat, that 45-degree angle. Hips should be tracking to the front of your mat. Arms extended. So exhale, we're going to sweep down, keeping that bend in your knee. Inhale up. Two more times. Come up again. Straighten your front leg. We're going to slightly hinge forward and fold into our pyramid pose. Our arms can come to the mat. They can come behind you. Whatever feels good. As we inhale, we're going to open it up to our warrior two. So we'll rise. Arms are going to sweep to a T. Bend in your front knee. Back foot at a 90-degree angle. Breathing here. We're going to find a half moon. So, if you haven't done this before, we're pressing forward. Our body is going to be to the left. Our heel will be to the back of the room. Pressing forward. Left arm extended overhead. Almost like a T with your arms as I fall. Great way to practice this is to put your back up against the wall. So heel press to the back of the room. Chest opened up to the left. Maybe try to float your fingers. Maybe come up on that middle finger. We'll exhale to release. Breathing here. As we pivot on the ball of our back foot and plant our hands, we'll find that runner's lunge. Step your right foot back. High plank. We'll slowly lower through our chaturanga to up dog cobra. Press back, downward facing dog. We'll exhale to that knee dip. Back up. Back at the third time, we'll lift our left leg. Step it through. Finding our warrior one on the left. Back foot at that 45-degree angle. Hips should be tracking forward. We'll exhale, sweeping those arms back. Trying to keep your foot planted. Inhale up. Down. We'll open it up. One more time, I don't remember, sorry. We'll do it one more time. Inhale up. Find that straight leg in the front. Come slightly forward. Fold it in pyramid pose. We'll inhale to open it up to our warrior two. Pressing into that half moon on the right, left. So pressing forward. Lifting our arm up to the sky, pressing your heel to the back of your mat. Opening it up. This is one of my least favorite poses. I don't think I've done it in one of my classes yet that I've been streaming, so I knew I had to try it. Press back, warrior two, pivot and plant, step back, with your half vinyasa. Right leg lifts. We're gonna skip those knee dips this time and just do a bench twist open. Maybe flip your dog if you'd like. Dropping your right foot to the other side. Right arm extended overhead. Sorry, I did not describe that well. Using your left foot planted in your mat, we're going to pivot back around to that three-legged dog. Step your right leg through. Warrior one. Exhale, sweep down. Inhale up. Last time. As we inhale up, we'll straighten our front leg, slightly hinge forward, folding in, maybe finding a bind here, maybe lifting your arms. We'll inhale to rise and open up to our warrior two. Pressing forward in our half moon. Float it back. Warrior two, pivot and plant, step your right foot back, vinyasa. Taking a few breaths, lifting our left leg as we bench twist open. If you'd like to flip your dog here, coming into that wild thing pose, we'll let our left foot come down to the floor, left arm lifts. Left hand comes back to the mat as we pivot that foot. Leg extended overhead. Step your left foot through. Find your warrior one. Exhale down. Inhale up. As we rise here, we'll straighten our front leg, hinging forward and finding our pyramid pose. With your arms the way that feels good for you. As we inhale, we'll rise and open up to our warrior two, bending that front leg, bring your back foot to a 90-degree angle. Pressing forward, half moon. It's okay to wobble. Right foot floats back. Warrior two is a transition into that pivot and plant. Step back. Maybe going to a half vinyasa, maybe just pressing into your downward facing dog. We'll lift our right leg, bench twist open. Option to flip your dog here if you'd like. If you flipped your dog, come back to neutral, come back to that three-legged dog. Step our right foot through. This is our last time through. Right and left, then we'll pull it down. For our warrior one, we'll exhale, sweep back. Inhale up. Back. Inhale up. I think that was 3 times. I apologize if it wasn't. Straighten your front leg. Hinge it forward, tip in, pyramid. Inhale to rise and open it up, warrior two. Pressing forward, half moon. Left foot floats back. back, half vinyasa. Lift our left leg, we bend twist open, flip it if you'd like. Everyone come back to our three-legged dog. Left foot steps through. Warrior one. Exhale down. Inhale up. Down. Inhale up. One more time. I don't know why I cannot count to 3. Rise up. Straightening our front leg. Coming forward, pyramid. As we inhale and rise, we're going to open it up. Last time, warrior two. Press it forward, half moon. Float it back, warrior two. And we pivot and plant. You can go through your half vinyasa or into a child's pose. Whatever works. Take a break for a few seconds before we cool down. Breathing here, maybe taking a water break. Press it forward into our downward dog. Lift our right leg. Step your right foot through. Drop your left knee. Untuck your toes. On this low lunge, we're going to find a half split. So shift your hips back. Hips tracking over your knee. If you'd like to rest back, that's fine. If splits are in your practice, this would be your time to do them. So we'll just stretch here. We're really not stretching your leg. We inhale back up, untucking your left toes so you can press up and step your right foot back. We're going to come into our three-legged dog. Finding a pigeon here, drawing our right knee towards our right wrist, kicking our leg over, so right ankle should be around your left wrist. The closer you come to your body with your right leg, the less stretch you'll feel. We'll let ourselves rest, untucking those back toes. Pigeon on our right. We'll inhale for length, straightening out that spine. And as we exhale, we'll fold in. Maybe that means here. Maybe that means on your forearms. Maybe that means your arms are extended in front of you, whatever suits your body. Just taking a few breaths here. We'll inhale to slowly rise. Tucking those back toes under so you can press up. Maybe a quick hip circle. Dropping your right foot. Left leg lifts. Step your left foot through. Dropping our knee. Untuck your toes. Shift back. Half split on our left. Press forward, bringing those toes under so you can step back, lifting our left leg. Now bringing our left leg forward to find our pigeon. Inhaling for length, exhaling down. As we inhale, we'll lift up, tucking your toes, coming up, maybe doing that hip circle. We'll bring our left foot to the mat. We're going to shift forward into a high plank and then lower to the mat. Finding our Sphinx pose, forearms to the mat. Finding that gentle bend in your spine. Breathing. They take us through a Superman and locust pose, a little different variation between the two. So as we gently lower our chest towards the mat, we'll extend our arms in front of us, and we'll lift our arms and legs, pretending we're flying like Superman. Tightening up your core, really pulling in. So we'll inhale up. Your legs will shake, that's okay. Breathing here. Don't forget to breathe, 5 breaths. Release. Arms will come down to the mat, behind us, palms down. We're going to try to keep our chest down as we lift our legs. So as you let that left foot float, right leg comes up, right leg float, left leg up. 5 times each side. If you're not shaking, you're probably not pushing it hard enough. So after your 5th time, you can release to the mat. And release. If bow is in your practice, this would be the time to do it. With our knees up, heels toward the ceiling, your arms would come around, grabbing at your ankles or your feet, and you pull. Otherwise, we can go through that locust pose again, maybe a variation with our hands together. We'll inhale up. Breathing here 5 times. Release. Good job, guys. Press back into a child's pose as you find a seat. Coming forward, swing your legs out to either side. Extend your legs in front of you. We're going to find that fold again. Maybe feeling that looseness compared to the beginning of class. Inhaling up. Exhaling, fold in. We'll rise and lower to our backs. Drawing your knees into your chest. Finding that rock side to side. As our arms come out to a T, we'll twist to the left. Inhale to center. Other side. Inhaling to center. Taking a few moments here to find a little bit of last movement that suits you. Maybe that's candlestick. Maybe that's happy baby. Just a few breaths here. If you're doing happy baby, variation would be to find these check marks with your leg as your hands are on the outside edges of your feet. Drawing our knees towards our armpits. Few more breaths with these final movements. Finally releasing and allowing your feet to come to the corners of your mat. Dropping our arms out to our side, palms up or down, whatever suits you. Coming back to your normal rhythm of breath. Letting your body release into your mat, finding that final rest, your Shavasana. we'll begin to release that practice of our Shavasana. I usually like to take longer Shavasanas, but I am only doing a 45-minute class. You're always welcome to do longer after we log out. So begin to make that small movement with your fingers and toes and your wrists and ankles, just waking up your body. When you're ready, you can draw your knees into your chest for one final hug, thanking yourself for showing up to your mat. As you exhale, just release your arms above you, legs extended in front of you. We'll deeply inhale through your nose, filling up, pausing, and exhaling through your mouth. Draw your knees into your chest, or come to a fetal pose on your right or left side as we meet in a seat. Last time, we'll inhale, arms overhead, drawing them down to heart center, gently bowing your chin in gratitude for this beautiful breath and this practice. Gently lift your chin, maybe bring a smile to your lips. Know that I honor and bow to that place of light, love, and peace within each of you that is the same in me. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. I hope you had fun. Have a great week, and I'll see you on Saturday.